the hikers neglected to thoroughly clean up the campsite, even though we split the infinitive here to clean. It seems to make more sense to use the word thoroughly, the adverb thoroughly, in this way. By the way, if you're asked about any of this on the ACT, it will almost always make more sense to not split the infinitive, and that's probably what they're going to be checking on for you, okay? Now, let's think about making comparisons with adverbs. Adverbs follow the same pattern as adjectives when they are used to make comparisons, okay? So, for example, to compare two qualities, you're going to add ER, or you're going to use more before the adverb, right? To compare three or more things, you're going to add EST, you're going to use most before the adverb. So how about it? Steve drives fast, Steve drives faster, Steve drives fastest of all. Okay. Adverbs of two or more syllables, including all adverbs with ly endings, use more or most. Steve eats quickly. Steve eats more quickly. Steve eats most quickly. Okay. All right, let's finish now this lecture with some comments about adverbs versus adjectives, and this is one of those kind of areas of study that sometimes you got to know this stuff, or you're not going to. You got to study it to know it, I guess is what I'm saying. It's usually simple to know how to choose between an adjective and an adverb, but what about, for example, things like good and well? Good is an adjective. You did a good job. Good describes a job, which is a noun. Well is an adverb, answering the question how. You did the job well. Well is an adverb telling us how you did the job. Now I'm going to let you Google this for yourself to see how these distinctions continue to evolve. But it makes sense that when remember this, when you're using well, it's an adjective when you're talking about health. I don't feel well rather than I don't feel good. And this is usually standard formal language, English usage, right? But notice, for example, you can say good book. That's easy enough. But what about talks good, drives good, writes good? These are informal grammar usage and we try and stay away from them. Good is perfectly acceptable after some verbs, what we call linking verbs, such as look, smell, taste, feel, appear, stay, seem, remain, grow, become, and all forms of the verb to be. Right? Sounds good, feels good, examples, smells good are all standard English usage. Linking verbs are sometimes used as active verbs, right? Look, for example, is a linking verb when it refers to someone's health or appearance. He looks good in that hat. But look becomes an active verb when it refers to the act of looking. Steve looked sadly at his sick cat. In these kind of cases, an adverb, sadly, is correct, while an adjective, sad, is not. Steve looked sad at the sick cat. No. To determine, by the way, whether the verb is a linking verb or an active verb, all you got to do is substitute a form of to be in its place. If the sentence retains its basic meaning, the verb is probably a linking verb. For example, Joe climbs a ladder well. Joe is a ladder well. No, because the second sentence makes no sense. Climbs is clearly not a linking verb. For example, the salad tastes spicy. The salad is spicy. Because the two sentences have essentially the same meaning, tastes is a linking verb. Therefore, tastes may not be followed by an adjective such as tastes well, tastes sweetly, tastes weirdly, etc. Okay? Instead, use whatever adjective suits you, right? Tastes good, tastes sweet, tastes weird, tastes bland, tastes spoiled, tastes spicy. Okay? So, there's your review of adjectives and adverbs. Again, the key is not that you necessarily know these rules verbatim and you can kind of memorize and spout them off, but rather you know how they work, okay? The ACT, again, will give you mistakes, and you have to see or hear them as mistakes. And this is why I will suggest that you practice ACT prep materials so you can hear and see the mistake. And again, be sure you know why you got the answer correct. Did you notice, by the way, I said got the answer correct, right? Not correctly. Right? An adverb. So let's turn now to lecture 7 and review the last of our quote-unquote parts of speech, the preposition and the conjunction. We'll see you in a few moments. Thank you.